Hello everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and guess what? We are on a Monday and week 46 of the Margarete Miller 52-week challenge. We are almost done with this challenge. The year is coming close to an end, so let's do week 46. We need fall weather, a road sign, a pattern with stripes, light, something found in a forest, and a flower. So we are using the pattern with stripes as the background, and I've got that right here already applied. And then let's move on to what else we need. So let's see. Got all the pieces over here. Uh-oh. I am missing one thing. Let's see. Did it drop in here? Yes, it did. I found it. Here it is. Road sign. So, fall weather, I am going to use this gnome in his fall colors and outfit as a nod to my fall weather. And he is going to be holding the road sign right there. And I'm using light is this little string of lights right here. They're like Edison lights, just string around your porch. We have some strung around our patio. And that will be going on there, something like that. Then I have something found in a forest is mushrooms, which also would indicate fall weather because that's when you find mushrooms. Is in the woods in the fall. So they're going on there. I will be using this little piece of paper here as my ground for this gnome to stand on, and it'll go something like that. And then I needed a flower, and so I have this flower. I don't know what it is, what kind of flower it is. Came from the sticker book, botanical, I believe it was the botanical sticker book, and that's going to go right in there, something like that. So let me see how I had this. Okay, I know this goes at the bottom, but I may do it here. Let's have a little more room to put him and his sign. Have him standing on one foot, and this may go behind him just a little bit like that. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works. So this is a sticker. This is a sticker, I think. Yeah, I think that's yeah, it came out of the sticker book. There's got to be a sticker. Okay, so I am going to take my glue here. Hopefully this one will work. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down at the bottom here. I'm not going to glue it all the way down yet till I get the other pieces on. But that's where I want that to be. So I'll do a little bit there, glue-wise, and then I'll cut around this. I crumpled this up. It was just a piece of packaging, and I crumpled it up and used some distress ink on it to make it look a little more like dirt, or, you know, the ground that you would be finding at the forest floor. Okay. And then I think I want to put this next, and it's going to go like right under the edge of this, like that, I think. Did I get that in the right place? I don't know. Maybe so. Because I want the stripes to be straight up and down. And I'm going to have him dancing on one foot there like it looks like he's doing. Let's go behind him just a little bit. Yeah, I'll have to cut off a little tip of that. But yes, that's where I want that to go. Let's see if I can get the backing off of this. I cut it down some because I didn't want the vellum. It's vellum, and I didn't want, I was afraid the vellum would make it be a little too milky around the outside edges, so I left the vellum in the middle, but I didn't leave it everywhere. So let's see if I can. I don't know if I can or not. Get this off. There we go. Is that? Nope, that didn't do it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got it. So I hope it's not too see-through for that stripe. If it is, I may have to put it on a piece of paper and cut around it again. I hope I don't have to do that, because that would be a lot of trouble. But maybe not. So let me lift this up, and it's going to go. I glued that down right there, which I didn't want that glued right there. Let's see if I can get that up. Get my little spatula. And if I can't, it's not that big a deal. Okay, so let's do it right underneath that. If I can get it in here correctly. I want the brown paper to be over the top of that just a little bit, not much. Well, I'm gonna have to get my tweezers, I think, to get that under there like I want it. There we go. Something like that. That's good enough there, I think. Oh yeah, that's good. You can see the stripe through it a little bit, but not too bad. So I'm good with that. Now, one thing I do have to do is put this flower behind it. So I need to pick that back up. A little bit. So I can stick this behind there like that. So this is also a sticker. I may not try to, or is it oh, I know what I did. It is a sticker, but I stuck it to a thin piece of tissue book page. This is tissue book page. I stick them, the antiquarium stickers, I stick to that because I cut around them as well, because they have a white border that I don't like. So I stick them onto that little thin tissue so I can cut around the whole sticker without too much trouble. And it's not sticking to me. So then I just glue it on. So yeah, that's what I did there. No problems. Yeah, I hope I didn't put too much glue. I want to make it go. I could cut that off a little bit. Let me do that. Up here to the side. There we go. Because I want to put that kind of over it right here like that. And leaning over to the side like that. Hopefully I'm getting this all in the places I want it to be so that it is pleasing to the eye. Now I want to put this stop sign in this gnome's hand right here. And I want it to look like he's grasping it. As you can see, his fingers are folded in. And so I think to make it look like he's grasping, I'm going to have to cut his fingers off and reapply them. So let me just do that real quickly. I still miss my little black scissors. These aren't as good. They get the job done, but not as easily. Okay, let's see if that's going to do it right there. I don't have to cut them completely off. Let's see, I want it to go in front of his thumb, behind his fingers, like that. Yes, that's what I want right there. That's it. Now let's see. Let me do that again, because it needs to show just. I may have to cut them all the way off, because it shows. I want it to show a little bit. I want the stem of the stop sign to show a little bit outside of the fingers. There we go. Don't want to lose his fingers though. So we're going to get him down. This is where his sign is going to go, and then the lights are going to go right up here like that. I'll have to adjust them to go stringing across like that. I can pull him down a little bit. Okay. I really wanted the mushrooms over a little bit more, but I won't be able to get them up now because this flower. Well, maybe. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Maybe. So I didn't get this quite in the right place. I need it to move over a little bit more. So let's see if I can get it back up. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yep. If I have to cut off a little bit, I'd rather cut off a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to take that off over there. Have a little bit of residue there. Maybe it won't look too bad. Stick this over here, out of the way. Let's move this over a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Don't know why that wants to give me so much trouble right here. There, I want it more like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. That shows a little bit, but not too bad. It's actually just a little bit of glue that's not quite dried is what that is right there. There, I'm good with that. Don't want to lose his fingers. That would be tragedy. Let's slide those up there out of the way. Okay, now we can do that like that. And I will snip this off right here. I need a little bit of that tore, so I need a little bit of ink right there to hide that. Okay, now I think I'm ready. Yeah, that's better. You can see him a little bit better without all the mushrooms behind him. So that is good. Let's get this back down. I'm trying to stay in frame. I have this moved a little bit closer to me so that I can hopefully be in frame a little bit better and stay in frame, so I don't have to move it forward toward me. That would take it out of frame. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now, let's go ahead and put him, I'm not going to put him down, but I'm going to have him dancing on one foot like that. A little bit straight up and down there. Don't want him to be straight up and down, but I want to glue this on right on the edge and then stick his fingers back on. So I'm going to try to do that. Just stick this on right like that. There we go. So I want his thumb. think I cut his thumb a little bit, didn't I? I thought I did because I want his thumb to go over. The sign a little bit. I can't do it now. Oh well, it's going to be what it is. And then I'm going to stick this, a little glue right here. And let me get my pointy tweezers. And get his fingers picked up and put right back on there. Like so. There we go. There we go. Now, see, it looks like he's holding it a little bit better. You can see all of his fingers, which is what I wanted. So, the stop sign came from the collage book, Extraordinary Things to Cut in Collage. The mushrooms was just a sticker in a pack of vellum mushroom stickers. The gnome came from another collage book. I think it was this one. I think it might have been this one. Wondrously Eclectic Compendiums of Journal and Collage Fodder. And the flower came from the Antiquarian sticker book or the Botanical sticker book. And the lights came from, I think that collage book I just showed you. Let's get in here so you can see. So I'm just gonna glue this down, get him on here. This one, well, as soon as I saw that you needed fall weather I wanted to use, I knew I had this gnome that was in fall colors, which is a nod to fall weather. Mushrooms are a nod to fall weather. So I sort of had in my head already things that I knew I had and wanted to use for this. I just had to figure out what I wanted to do for the road sign, because that just seemed out of character for this collage, but I think it works all right. Stick him down. I don't know what he's stopping everybody for, but I think his foot, I didn't stick the rest of this down, so let me do that real quick. And I think his heel, I should have tilted him just a little bit more, but it's fine. I find that I usually can't get it back in the exact same order, in the exact same place that I originally put everything in when I was working it out. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get it all back exactly like I wanted it, usually. There we go. Now, you can see. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. And then we'll put the lights right here. Just like that. And there'll be a little angle, which is okay. So let me get those down. And then this one will be done. And oopsie daisy. So Thanksgiving is coming. I hope you all will have a thankful Thanksgiving. Good food, good friends, family. However your Thanksgiving looks, I hope it's the best one. we're going to have some out-of-town guest, an out-of-town guest for after Thanksgiving. I have a cousin that lives in New York, upper New York, and she's going to be visiting, and so she's staying at our house while she visits others in the family. Okay, I like it. That's good. Let's go over, make sure we have everything. Oh, one thing I need to do is, I'm going to put a little ink around here. I already did it once without anything on there but the background, but I want to do it again. Okay, let's go over. See what we have. Okay. Fall weather. Well, the mushrooms indicates fall weather because that's when they are, you see them in the woods, is in the fall. And he is dressed in his jacket and his fall colors. The gnome is. Then we have a road sign, the stop sign. And he is, I don't know why he has a stop sign, but he does. Looks like a child crossing stop sign. A pattern with stripes is the background. The light is these light bulbs, little string of light bulbs. Something found in a forest is also the mushrooms. And then a flower is here behind the mushroom. And that is my collage for week 46. And I have all of those requirements on this one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for coming. And if you have been subscribed to my channel, I do appreciate it so very, very much. And I hope you will continue to come back and will comment on this collage and tell me whether you like it or not. Now I do have a question that you can answer for me. I had considered, I had an extra piece of this background paper where I had tried this out. If I can find it, I think I have put it somewhere else and now I don't see it quickly. But I had drawn some branches off of these lines because I thought that looked a little bit like trees in the forest. And I had attempted to draw branches just off of a few of these to give you the idea that you were in a forest. But I wasn't sure about that, and I can't find my piece of paper I tested that on. I think the stripes do kind of give you the feeling. What happened to that piece of paper? Shuckaroos. Oh well, I don't see it. I was going to keep it and show you what that looked like so you could tell me what you thought about it. I am going to take this little piece that I cut off of this mushroom and maybe put it right there at his foot. Let's see what we think about that. I don't know. Could put it over here next to that foot. Give it a little more dimension. I don't know. You tell me. So should I make branches on the tree? Should I put this little piece on here, or does it look kind of like it doesn't belong? It might could go there better. I think if I cut off the bottom of it a little bit more so that white doesn't show, it might look better. When I do my final flip through of all of these coaster collages at the end of the year, you may find that that's on there because I don't know. But let me know what you think. I think I can make that work. But anyway, let me know if you think I should do some of the tree branches to make that look more like trees, or does it look like trees good enough? It gives you the idea of. Anyway, thank you for coming along. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so and hitting the notification bell to get further videos from me. That will certainly help the algorithm. And if you will hit the like button, which will also help the algorithm and get these videos out to others to see, I would appreciate it. And thank you again for coming along, and thank you so much for being a part of my channel. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.